What is a ray of light without the shadow it creates? What is the darkness without desire for flame? What is a warrior without a worthy foe? What would you like to do? It's time to roll. When the lines between good and evil are blurred, no one knows if there is Dune or Paler came first. An ancient struggle throughout all time to push against the other keeps both upright. Is the coming chaos worth the peace? Is it all just a puzzle to complete? A one-sided coin can't exist, isn't real, and thus goes the tales of Ethyl. Thus goes the tales of Ethyl.
All right, there we go. Hello, everyone. How are we all doing today? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to every single one of you out coming to watch and hang out with us while we play our ridiculous game and hopefully they don't die. My name is Uppercase Karma. I am the DM on this beautiful Christmas. It's a very special episode as it's Christmas. It's the time of giving and the time of showing love towards each other. So we are donating all of the proceeds from this episode to the Abled Gamers charity. They help gaming companies fund developing different kinds of technology and video game mechanics that help those who are differently abled be able to get into the same things that, you know, all of us take for granted and enjoy. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Every natural one, I'm going to be donating $5, which Miss Dragon has decided that she's going to match me on. So that's going to be a lot of fun. All subs, bits, all that good shit, that's all going to be going to this charity. So we'll see how far we can go. Also, because it's Christmas and we've all got, you know, things to do, it's going to be a little bit of a shorter episode today. But, you know, I wanted to get this one out there. I wanted to still get one out, have some fun, and play our game. So let's start with our introductions. To my bottom left, we have Silus.
Howdy howdy, I'm Zephyr. I played Silus, your barbarian. I hope you had a great Christmas.
Right next to him, we've got Kazim.
Hey, I'm Josh. I play Kazim, the Aarakocra Cleric Rogue. Merry Christmas to you as well.
And then next to him, we've got Mystrix.
Hi guys, it's Dyer, playing the lovely Cat Bard, who has gone slightly insane, but that's okay, because it's the holidays, right? Merry Christmas.
And last but not least, we have Nico.
Hello, my name is Dragon. Nico's a lover and then a fighter, and fucking Christmas. Like, oh, it's outside.
Bah humbug. Bah humbug. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start every episode the same way in which we always do with our shot. Today it's a Christmas shot. Merry Christmas to you all. I love you all.
Alcohol.
Hi.
Let's have some fun.
Merry
Cheers.
Christmas.
Tink.
Pink. Karma has eggnog.
Delicious. Very,
Man,
very thick.
I'm currently drinking like champagne with orange juice, and we literally get one bottle a year for Christmas. I've been saving my glass for tonight.
Because he's a classy fuck. All right.
What?
Where we last had left off. Let's change the music. Let's get into it. Let's get a little deep. Where we last left off is our team is still wandering around Peakbarrow as our resident Nico is still dealing with some exhaustion and not wanting to hurt him too bad. Unfortunately, some terrible things have happened in the light. We've learned that Tarron is no longer with us, and surprisingly, Kazim took that a lot harder than some might have suspected. We've also learned some things about a mysterious Aarakocra named Thalden. We're not quite sure who he might look like yet, but I'm sure we have some ideas. We've looked through Escanor's room and Tarron's room and found, you know, they were a love interest and they were practicing Paylor in a light that is a little bit different than normal. We've also learned that the person who has murdered Tarron isn't a doppelganger, as they aren't one of Tharizdun, but we have learned that it is somebody which this group has told them about the doppelgangers. What might there be chances? What might be the reason for doing this? We're still not quite sure. When we last left, after some investigation amongst the group, they were deciding that they were thinking about going into the mines, but for some reason, our resident kitty cat has just remembered what has happened to her rock. And I guess Kazim and Mystrix were going to get in a fight, so if that's what you guys want to do, let's roll for initiative.
Get fisticuffs, bro. You broke my jewel, and you lied to me for how long?
I don't think I ever lied.
He never once lied to you. He didn't lie to you. He just
17.
All right.
17. More.
That's a 6.
All right. So, Mystrix, what would you like to do?
In all of her lovely rage, we're gonna play devil's advocate, and we are going to bounce on him and, like, cat scratch.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for an attack.
Oh, please work. It's 16? That's not bad. Do I
Yeah,
pimp
it's-
smack the kitty? Does the
Yeah,
kitty
yeah,
cat
that
pimp
beats my
smack?
AC.
Oh, God. Okay. At least I'm not using weapons.
No, I'm just using the same claws I used to garrote a guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I almost decapitated him. Okay, we're okay.
How much damage?
It's only a d6. It's okay.
Turns out he only has
7?
these 6 of health.
7 damage. Okay. So, as we're in this small room, and as Kazim has just openly admitted. Wait.
Fully.
So after we're in this room, she finally fully just realizes what's happening, and in a fit of rage, immediately swipes out and kind of clips against Kazim's arm as blood begins to drip out. Kazim kind of recoils back. Kazim, what would you like to do? Oh wait, did you want to do anything else with your turn? Did you want a bonus action or any of that shit?
No, she just wanted to smack him.
Okay, Kazim.
Um,
Come at me, bro.
I'm gonna use my channel divinity here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see what you got. What are we doing?
It begins.
I get a perfect illusion of myself that lasts for 1 minute, or until I lose my concentration, as if I was concentrating on a spell that appears in an unoccupied space that I can see within 30 feet of me. And as a bonus action on my turn, I can move the illusion up to 30 feet to a space I can see, but it must remain within 120 feet of me.
Yeah.
The illusion gives me advantage on attack rolls if both myself and the illusion are within 5 feet of a creature that can see the illusion. It doesn't look like it gives you a disadvantage or anything like that.
We'll see. I might have a
Alright.
mechanic that we're gonna do, because this is invoke duplicity, isn't it?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
So I think that's your action and your bonus. Are you moving it as well?
Just an action.
Okay, just an action.
What I'm going to do is raise my arm to like cast it,
Mm-hmm.
and then out from me, 2 Kazims are going to split up and go to either side, to Mystrix's left and right.
Okay. So
Alright.
as you swipe across his shoulder, all of a sudden you see Kazim kind of forming this weird blackness in his hand as he kind of outstretches his arm, and you see this black mist begin to form a second Kazim, and you're having trouble being able to figure out which one might be the real one as they go to each side of you. Could you please make a perception check for me?
I gotta go with my skills because I'm not good at knowing how much that one is. 18.
So you were able to tell that the one on your right is the real Kazim, and the other one, though almost completely identical, you just barely notice that it's not making any sound as it's moving.
Okay.
Kazim, is that all you're doing?
Ugh, come on, do your worst.
And
Let's go.
we will say, since this was you casting it and you were choosing where it goes, I'm gonna say that you still have a bonus action. That wasn't necessarily you moving it, that's you deciding where it was going to be. So you still have a bonus action if you want to use it.
Okay. I think I don't think there's anything else I would like to do with that bonus action, so I think I'll just pass.
Fair enough. Okay. Mystrix, are you two going to do anything while you just see this swipe and all of a sudden now there's 2 Kazims?
Oh
Nico,
my
are you gonna
god.
do anything here?
What would you like for me to do? Like, those two are fighting. Like, do you want me to just, like, jump in front of them or something?
You could say
Like-
we're fighting
Well-
like cats and birds.
Silus is gonna.
Come on, it's funny.
I'm not
No.
a
Right.
bird.
I'm just gonna finish this glass.
All right, Mystrix, what would you like to do? So as you guys are fighting, I'm imagining just Silas and Nico just kind of against the back wall, just being like, "Can you believe these two?"
Well,
Ridiculous.
no. So Silus is actively watching, and he will just sort of go to Nico. Don't get involved.
Interesting.
This is-
Okay.
Like I was planning.
Let them settle their differences.
Okay. All right. My turn.
Did you
Yeah,
say so?
Mystrix, what would you like to do?
All right. So she is completely pissed. And first off, she's gonna scream at him, "One of you betraying my honor and my trust isn't enough. You have to bring another into this?
Wait, what?
Way to be a bird." That one meant with insult.
Oof.
Uh,
Oof. You take full offense to that, Kazim. please take full offense damage, please.
Fucking vicious mockery! Holy shit!
So,
God. Oh.
Goddamn.
let me see which one is better to use right now. Honestly, with that, I'm probably gonna do a cantrip
Okay.
and probably gonna use Mind Sliver.
Ooh, what does that do?
You drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature that you can see within range. The target must succeed an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw.
Oof. So, what does it say anything on a save or anything?
That literally read it for you
Okay.
verbatim.
If it
so-
doesn't
On a
have it, so
save, it's negates.
yeah, if it's
Yeah,
a save, it doesn't do
negate.
anything. So let's see what happens. Roll for
What's the
intelligence.
DC?
14.
That's a natural 19.
So, you see, you guys are watching as she kind of looks at the Kazim that she knows to be real, but you guys have no idea. She just kind of looks at a Kazim as she tries to put her hands to both sides to bring these weird kind of pinkish purple rays that seem to solidify any of these crystals to shoot across, and you see that Kazim is very easy. He just stands there very stern as they kind of bounce off across. It doesn't seem to really do anything to him at all. Kazim?
Makes sense, though.
Oh, is there anything else you'd like to do? I think that was your action. Do you have a
no.
bonus action?
I don't think I have any bonus actions. I can check, though.
Yeah, make sure you're looking, because you never know. It might add. You could also like give yourself bardic inspiration. That's something you could do with bonus actions.
I think we'll do that.
Bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
So, what do you sing to yourself under your breath as you're trying to inspire yourself?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna twist the words to Prince Kazim.
Okay.
Oh.
That is much better than what I think, because I imagine, I'm just going to say this out loud, I imagine Mystrix to just kind of be like, I want to be the very best. But no, we'll do...
You killed my Geodude. Prepare to die.
Anyway, she kind of starts, you hear this kind of murmuring to herself. You can't quite make out the words, but you do feel the beat of Prince Kazim and feel like she might be making fun of you, but you see her kind of moving a little bit quicker than she would before and seems to have a little bit more energy than she did before. Kazim, what would you like to do?
I am going to shout out, "Stop calling me bird!" And I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds,
Alright.
which is
Ooh.
a lot like Cure Wounds, except it's the exact opposite. And I roll with advantage to hit because of my Inflict Duplicity, right?
Yes, you do, because she is flanked.
Because of that, it's a natural 20.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh!
That's gonna...
So that means
Oh, fuck.
6d10 necrotic damage.
Oh! Oh! Are you about to kill Mystrix?
Do it! I fucking
Entirely
dare
possible
you.
now.
I
It
fucking dare
probably
you.
wouldn't have before, but now.
Let's go.
Okay, that's a 9 plus 7, 16, plus 3, 19, plus 3, 22, and then 2 more dice. I only have 4 d10s in me. 22 plus, that's a 10, 32, 33 necrotic damage.
Well, guess what? It's necrotic. Karma, are we living by the actual necrotic rules?
Apparently, it's a Pathfinder thing. It's not a 5e, apparently. I was
Yeah,
convinced
sorry,
it was
I
a
was playing
5e.
Pathfinder the night before I said
You're
that.
fine.
That's on me.
You're fine.
No,
But
I was always living by that rule myself,
So-
too. So, like,
I will do it like I did it last time. So if someone wants to, okay. So here's what you see.
do it.
You see that Kazim all of a sudden yells out, "Stop calling me bird!" And you see these kind of like weird black mist coming from his eyes, dripping down as it's going and forming along his hands as he grabs her by the neck and lifts her up. And you're seeing this black ichor kind of crawl over the fur and go into her eyes and digging in, and she just drops, and Kazim drops her to the ground. You guys have 6 seconds if someone wants to try and
I
save her.
cast Spare the Dying as a bonus action from 30 feet away, as per the description of Circle of Mortality.
All of a sudden, Silus will almost instinctually kind of runs up, and this beam of kind of greenish smoke comes out of his hand, and you see her begin to breathe once again. As all of a sudden, Kazim just kind of walks over and just almost like he doesn't give a shit, just kind of quickly waves his hand over. And I will say that, Nico, you probably noticed that what normally would be a kind of more golden light coming out, you see this kind of
Yeah.
gray light kind of come out,
did
almost
have that
monotone.
conversation. Mm.
So yeah, Mystrix, how much does she heal for, Kazim?
9.
Mystrix, you were back up to 9, and you are incredibly hurt.
Let them find it out, huh, Silas?
Yes. This is how orcs deal with problems amongst the clan. You fight each other, you let out your aggression. And then I'll turn to Kazim and Mystrix. Once the battle is done, you let it go. Is there going to be further problems between you two?
As long as he stays away from me, I'm fine.
Oh my god. This is not how this day was supposed to go.
Kazim,
Yes, Silence.
is it done?
Yes.
I understand the conflict between you two and Mystrix. I understand what happened with my magic did not help your situation. And for that I apologize. But if there are issues between us, we settle them and we move forward. Or more people are going to die because of us.
We can settle all our issues by physical violence. Are you serious, Silas?
This is how my people do it.
Well, yes, that's how your people do it, but like, I look, in a situation, or like, as we are right now, where every single day we could be killed in an ambush or anything other of the like, it would seem that being in top condition would be quite beneficiary. So like, finding it out instead of talking things out doesn't seem like that good of an idea right now, because look at Mystrix, she's just about one hit from being dead,
Should have just
I don't think this is a good idea.
Nico, I've spent my entire life, every day of my existence, with my life being threatened. Be that from nature, be that from the people who hunt my species, be that from the people who segregate against the unorthodox. This may be different to you. This may be different for you, but this isn't different for me. Having your life in danger, that's just how life is. If these two having a little squabble in a tavern room, if that is what will get them to be civil with each other, that is a price we have to pay. We can recover. A little bit of rest and Mystrix will be right as rain. But it is better that they fight it out, settle their differences and move on, than harbor their feelings and destroy the group from the inside for days or weeks to come.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Mystrix, are you going to be okay with going with the plans we had tonight? Or would you rather rest?
I can do whatever.
If you're sure, I trust you.
I don't need a cleric.
But tonight we will need a bard.
Some of you will.
Please remind me what were those plans, because this squabble here got me hell distracted, you know, from the things at hand that we are supposed to be doing.
I'm going.
My health potion. She just
I'm
pissed off, pops the top of it,
Yeah.
chugs it, and then throws it down on the ground like, fuck this bitch.
Kazim's going to take me to see his prospect about finding the anchor. Mystrix is going to take you to find the glass blower to talk about the window, and then we're going to meet at the mines and go back down to the chamber.
All right. Around what time are we aiming for?
I would say if we're not all at the mine. What time is it now, Karma, roughly?
So, based on when you guys woke up, going to check out Tarron, it's still that same day. I would say it's about 2 in the afternoon.
I'd say if we're not all at the mine by sunset, then we should be concerned.
All right, we wait by the entrance, I imagine.
That much is up to you.
Well, look, I'm not gonna be expecting for if you're gonna get there first, just wait at the entrance. Otherwise, there's no point in us meeting up if we're not gonna be at the same place. We're gonna do this as a group, and
Okay.
we're gonna do our damn best to keep it as a group, right?
I've said my piece. I will say nothing more.
No, you do. I'll walk past him and I will gently put my hand on Mystrix's shoulder, back. I mean, I'll of course cast what is it? Lay on the hand. No, that's not what it's called.
You're a paladin now? What the
You gotta
fuck?
fucking murk. Just murk me. Just
No,
straight
but
up
I
murk
fucking
me right here, right
multiclass.
now.
I'm multi-class. Did you know that, guys?
Multi-class is a paladin to lay hands on this motherfucker.
Yeah, healing hands. That's it.
There you go.
Let's see. It's a 2d4. I'm just gonna roll it in here because it's easier.
What are you rolling it in?
I rolled 1d4. What?
Are you struggling?
Yes, I never fucking used D&D Beyond.
Man,
Fuck this bitch.
I think this is the D&D gods telling us not to stream on Christmas.
Yeah, they're like, this is a holiday.
Yeah,
They add anything to it? I don't think I add anything to it. That would be... That's a lot. That is 4 healing.
Hey, I mean, it gets me above half.
There
That's
we
what
go.
matters.
Like a gentle tap, and we're gonna just walk down we're walking down the corridor. I don't even spare you a second look.
No.
So Nico just kind of walks up behind you almost and gently pats your back as he sees that you're struggling, and It weirdly kind of gives you this warmth that makes you, it doesn't do much, but it does make you feel a little bit better as you feel you can stand up a little bit straighter.
With that, I'm
More of
probably just gonna leave the room.
uplifting.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
leave the room.
Are you guys following? What's going on here?
But Kazim needs to lead the way for me, because I don't know where we're going.
Kazim, where are we going?
What's
gotta
the
go
grand
find-
adventure?
I gotta go find that elf.
Okay. So we can go. Let's see. Last you saw him was at the bar, the Leaky Tap in the Dwarven District, and the house that you followed him to, that he totally caught you following him from.
No, that didn't happen.
Where you want to
He
head?
didn't see me at all. I was the sneakiest.
Which way?
I was just going this way, dude.
I guess start at the Leaky Tap, see where I could take him from there.
Okay. Are all of you going together, or are you guys separating again?
I'm going to the glass blower.
Glassblower.
I think the
Where I was
plan was to
supposed to go,
separate,
yeah.
right?
Okay. Nico, where are you going?
Oh, with Mystrix, like I am. I
You
am
know,
keeping
it's
an eye
episode
out.
10. Why wouldn't we continue separating the group?
Yeah.
Stop giving us so many leads.
10,
wait.
10
A group-
episodes.
A group that stays together gets nothing done.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see about that.
Well, we get one thing done. Now we're getting nothing.
My death. We get my death done. How many times have we all been in the same fucking
We
room
didn't
and I've
need the
died?
whole team for that.
Oh my god.
How many times has it happened though? It's happened 3 times. And
How
who
many
all's
times
been
have
there?
all of us
Everybody.
died?
It's constantly been the chronic damage as well.
Yeah,
No,
consistently.
no, the second time was thunder damage. Second time.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
but
right.
because of my inflict wounds that put you in a mortal state.
Yep.
So I'd say that's my fault. but yeah.
Can my cat develop a fear of necrotic damage? Because damn.
That
Oh, you're not
tracks.
gonna like Nico then.
That tracks.
You're not gonna like Nico.
Anyway, as the group decides that they are going to separate for now, we're going to start with, let's start with Kazim and Silus. As you guys begin to walk down to the Leaky Tap, Silus, you're following behind Kazim, walking past a couple different shops and stuff, and down some little smaller streets from the main area. You're seeing a couple different buildings that seem to be crumbling just a little bit. As you begin to walk up to this, you're not going to say it's not pretty, but it's definitely not dilapidated or anything. It's a well-loved kind of bar. Seems to be built into kind of the side of the mountain itself. You do see that it's got a wooden entrance in the front, though. You hear, as it's like kind of in the afternoon, you hear some music coming out, but nothing too loud or boisterous. You're not hearing too much loud noises. You're assuming that it's probably a lighter crowd as you guys kind of walk into it. Are you guys going into it, or are you guys just gonna keep walking around it? I can never fucking tell anymore.
I think in this case it's better if we just go in.
Okay, so as you guys walk into the Leaky Tap, you notice that there is two gnomes and a dwarf playing in the corner. Very familiar to you, Kazim. You see Brolin, your homie, kind of look up at you, and you see them all just kind of duck down a little bit behind the table as you guys walk in. There's maybe 6 or 7 people in there. It's not super busy or anything. Just kind of people maybe on lunch breaks, just enjoying a afternoon ale or something like that. Make both of you, or actually just Kazim, because Silus, you probably don't know who we're looking for.
Yeah, I don't know what to look for.
So Kazim, make a perception check.
Eesh. 14?
Yeah, you kind of look around. You're not really seeing anybody that looks like that half elf that you've been looking for. You still don't remember what the hell his name might be. Last he told you was Niall. He does. You don't really see anyone really of interest around. I mean, yeah. Again, it's just the people, the bards that are in there, and people just kind of having their lunches. It doesn't seem that Niall is anywhere in here, as far as you can tell.
Can I go chat up one of the bartenders then?
Sure. Kind of walk on up to the bar, and you see that there's a kind of taller dwarf, big burly man with a kind of bright red long beard, 2 braids in it, and 2 of these huge beads in it. Maybe some like they look like iron bands almost, and he's got fairly long hair, again that fiery red. As you kind of walk up and goes, "Well, hello, can I get you a drink?"
No drinks. I just need some information.
Well, you've come to the right place. We seem to have got loads around here in a bar. What can I help you?
I'm looking for a man who told me his name was Nile.
Nile. Is that bloke from the other night that was sitting in the corner crying laughing?
Yes.
I don't quite understand. What happened that night, by the way? I saw you looking out the window, and then all of a sudden that tabaxi was crying on stage, and I see you and that Nile guy just dying of laughter.
Yeah, that's the order of things that happened. That's exactly in that order what happened. We saw something really funny outside the window.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well,
Yeah.
I haven't seen him today. He might be working the docks. I know he's down there quite a bit. If you check, I know he lives in one of these abandoned homes somewhere around here. Yeah, can't say I've seen him today. You be careful of that man. He's an arsehole.
All right. And I'll toss a gold on the counter and say thanks for your time.
Appreciate it, friend. Kind of slides it down, and you see him quickly kind of look around and start working on the beer taps around there, serving some other people.
Silus. He's either working the docks, which could mean a couple of different things, but he also lives in an abandoned home around here.
Docks are probably our safest bet. We don't want to be threatened for breaking and entering, abandoned or otherwise, and besides, he may be watching us as we speak. If I've gleaned the kind of individual he is from the way you talk about him.
He gets things done. I don't know. He seems like the type that would know what he's doing.
We can try the dogs. If he's not there, we'll head to the mine and maybe look at the abandoned house once we're done there.
All right, so you guys are going down to the docks.
Yeah.
I presume so. Yeah.
Okay. While you guys are doing that, we're gonna go over to Mystrix and Nico, as you guys are making your way kind of closer to the mine, towards the glassblower, because you heard that it was with the Stormbreaker blacksmith down there.
A blacksmith.
The blacksmith. As you begin to walk down there, you see that there's quite a few people working the mines. You see a lot of people are out and about. A few more seem to be going. Nico, you would notice that there's a lot more kind of going through that Hall of the Gods that you guys went to with Silus prior. A lot more people seem to be in there. You're seeing again a few now that after what happened earlier today, you're noticing a lot more guards over at the mine. And as you you kind of walk past it, and you're seeing there's not seeming to be as much work around there. It seems to be closed off. Like there's not anyone allowed to go in the mine. And you begin walking past the Stormbreaker blacksmith, and around the corner you see it almost seems to be built on almost connected to this to the blacksmith itself. You see another guy kind of standing there with his own kind of portal to this large furnace that you're now seeing as you're going to the side of the building. Seems to be this large dome in the middle and these 2 buildings attached to it. You see him have his own entrance as he's standing there with a long pipe inside of the burning fire that you can actually feel the heat off of. You're seeing all these different kind of little glass sculptures along on different shelves on either side of his kind of It's not so much of a building as it is more of a kind of tent or hut, as there seems to be just kind of openness to it. He likes the ventilation, obviously. And as you walk up, you're also seeing these large panes of glass that are kind of further back into the building. And yeah, he's just kind of sitting there, blowing some glass so he doesn't see you guys kind of walk up.
Mystrix, remind me, why are we looking at glass?
The window that was broken out.
The
Out.
window that was
Out.
broken.
I say,
out.
quote unquote, out. The glass that was in the room wasn't the same kind of glass as that window. It was brought and
Oh.
placed there.
I didn't realize the window was broken. I don't think I was paying much of attention, I suppose.
The time of trauma.
Well, like, it was broken inwards. No, out.
It
Which
was
direction was it broken?
It was framed to be broken in, like someone came in through the window, but the glass from the actual window was on the ground 2 stories below.
Did someone throw something out of the window?
That's what it looked like. But
Like
then they
the
placed
check.
glass in the room, so yeah. So we're gonna see
Looks more like covering
wet
tracks, if
glass.
anything. But
what kind of glass they placed in the room to see if that'll help figure out who it was.
I mean, it could have been probably just a glass, but it never hurts to check.
Yes, but in a smaller town like this, with one glass blower, this person's gonna know exactly what building this glass was for. Hopefully.
I suppose. Are you feeling alright, by the way? I mean, Look, I'm not a fan of some of Silus's ways, and it seemed a bit extreme to go to this point. But, how are you feeling?
The other creature got lucky. That's all I have to say.
And how are you doing? Physically yourself?
I'm okay. I'll be fine.
Would you like a health potion? Or a rest?
no.
Or just a breather?
okay.
Sweetie?
I'm okay. What's the worst that's gonna happen? I actually die? Ooh.
Yeah, don't joke about that. We don't want this, or like, you know, that this is not necessarily the luckiest of companionship in all of our group. So, you know, weirder things have happened. So, you know,
Just give
for
me a
all we
little
know.
time. Give me a little time and I'll be back to my normal cheerful self and we'll be fine.
Well, if you ever want to talk, sweetie, well, you know, you can just tell me. We're friends.
There's not much to talk about.
Well, if you ever need me, you know where to find me. Now let's get to that glass blower.
Yep. She's gonna kind of like shimmy over in front of his view because I know he's doing stuff, so she's not gonna like interrupt him because that is a very important process that he's doing.
So you can kind of slowly slide into his view.
Yeah.
Just kind
Yeah, just like around the peripheral.
And you're seeing him just kind of
Every-
working this piece, and you see him kind of make that eye contact to the side, and you see him put up one finger as he's finishing something. And he goes, "One moment," as he brings it over to this other kind of weird dish that you're seeing these lines into it, and he's pushing something into it and kind of twisting it a little bit. And he sits there for a second and goes, "Well, what can I help you with? Hello?"
Hey, sorry to bother you. I know what you're doing is really important, but I have a quick question about a piece of glass that I found.
"Well, you've come to the right place. I work on all the glass around here." As he pulls up this pipe, and you're seeing this kind of weird, almost perfect, like, pumpkin kind of looking thing out of glass as it kind of bubbled up. It's almost perfect. It's kind of crazy. And he puts it down to the side. You see him wipe off his hands with a rag that he had in his apron. And he kind of brings you over to the counter and goes, "What can I help with?"
Well, the question that I have is pertaining to a particularly sad, tragic event that has recently happened. But it appears that there was a break-in involved, and they left behind this piece of glass, and I was hoping to get your opinion on where it could be from.
He kind of picks up the glass and goes, "Nasty business, that Grand Arbiter." No one would have seen that kind of thing happen into the light. Let me see it. And he kind of grabs the glass and he's looking at it and he goes, "You said you found this in his room?
We found it around the suspected area, yes.
Was it... Give me 1 second." As he kind of walks back to the back of the thing, you see him kind of holding this piece as he's kind of looking around at some things. And he grabs this kind of like weird shape. It's almost a perfect ball on the bottom, and it kind of has a bell on. Imagine a ball and a bell on top of each other, and it's just this kind of weird. It looks like a oil lantern as he kind of brings it up, and he goes, "Now, this is the kind of glass that we use for generally something that holds a lot of heat, because you see that it's thick, but something that doesn't necessarily need to be strong. That's why it's not incredibly thick as the windows of the light. See the little curves here." And if you look, and he points out the white bottom on it, and he pulls up the other one that he's holding, and it's got a light bottom, and he goes, "With this white bottom on it, it's actually something we put over the kind of candle holders within the lights, hallways and in their rooms. So my guess is that this is one of the sconces, but I don't think there were any in his... It was Grand Arbiter Tarron, wasn't it?
Yes, it was personal chambers.
I don't think there was anything like this in his personal chambers, because he had a large fireplace, and he didn't quite like... He had liked having his own kind of weird air kind of look to it. So, you said you found this in his room?
Yes. Am I looking for one of those that's missing? Is that what I'm looking for?
That might be your best bet, because no one's come to ask me for any recently. They very rarely get broken, so the fact that no one said anything, there might be one that's missing.
If someone comes to ask you for a new one, will you casually tell them you are out and then let us know who it was?
I think I could do that.
That'll be great help, and the light would appreciate as well as myself.
Now, are we sure that he didn't... I've heard rumors of what's been found up there.
We can't make any assumptions as of yet. We don't have all the pieces.
You're gonna find the bastard that did it, right?
If that's what happened, then yes.
Alright. I'll let you know if I see anything.
Alright. Thank you very much. Please don't let them know that we're looking into this if they come ask.
You have my word.
Thank you.
You see him kind of pick up another pipe and kind of dip it into like this sand and chunk of glass and stuff as he begins to heat that up and start working on another piece.
Oh, gossip spreads fast. They already know people are dead. Already over here.
It was someone of their church, so.
I suppose. So we got that. Actually fancy a stroll back around to go look for that missing.
We have time.
skull
It didn't
thing.
take quite as long as I thought it would, so.
Plus, we can check out the outside of the window to see whether or not whatever was. You know, I
Check the bottom
imagine
and then-
someone. Exactly. I'd imagine someone threw something out through the window. Might as well check it out.
Sounds like a good plan.
Right.
Who knows? Maybe we're going to find some crucial evidence.
So you guys
Swear.
are heading
We
back
are not
to...
cut out for this.
We're not.
Yeah.
We're not police officers.
No.
So we're heading back to the light?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are doing that. Silus and Kazim, you guys have been making your way down towards the docks. Kazim, you're following Kazim because this is where he's been before, and you're seeing a lot of people working over at the docks. You're kind of looking around. Roll for perception for me, Kazim. And you know what, Silus, you can do it too. Because right now, I'm assuming you're just kind of looking for a supervisor or something.
Yeah.
Perception?
Yeah.
23.
Okay.
And I got a 22.
All right, so both of you, Kazim, you immediately see there was Julian that was down by the dock that you remember from the other night that you saw Mystrix talking to. And then you do actually see the guy that you think is known as Niall. Silas, you don't really notice any kind of supervisors, but what you do notice is that there's this guy that's kind of near the center. You see him working with a box, kind of look up, and you see a look of recognition on him as he's looking at the two of you. You assume that this is the person that spoke to Kazim as he begins to kind of go into this building. And he starts walking down and starts walking towards the two of you as he's wiping off his hands.
I'm gonna very quickly cast Disguise Self.
Okay, what are we looking like?
I'm gonna disguise myself as an Aarakocra, with purple feathers that kind of go to a slight sort of pinkish tip at the end of each quill.
Mm-hmm.
And I will morph my clothes to be very similar to Kazim's.
Okay.
That may have been a bad call.
Well, I'm just gonna walk around the area, look like I'm supposed to be here.
Well, that begs the question, Kazim, are you wearing your scribe robes?
I am. What I'm gonna do is cast Disguise Self.
Okay.
And I am very quickly, because I forgot to put on my leather armor today, changing my robes to look like leather armor.
So you know what? We're gonna say that Silus, because you're unfamiliar with the area and you wouldn't know what would make it seem more believable, I'm gonna say that you didn't cast Disguise Self until you saw Kazim do it and immediately saw what he was trying to do.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Just because, in the sake of the story, he's following you, so it would make sense that he would change like that. So he's kind of wearing similar clothes to you with kind of more leather armor.
I'll kind of make myself look like a kind of hired gun.
Okay, fair enough. As Niall begins to walk up to you and goes, "Well, hello there, friend. Care to speak for a moment?"
Love to.
All right. And he kind of brings you over to this alleyway, and he goes, "So I've been looking into that stone of yours, the purple one. Who's your friend?"
Just some hired muscle. Nobody you need to worry about.
I'm Mizak.
All right. Well, no matter how much I'd like to take that offer you got me, I haven't come up with anything. I haven't seen anything or heard of anything. If it's been sold or traded somewhere else, it must have been by someone I haven't heard of, because it seems to be gone.
That is unfortunate.
Sorry.
Sounds like Pikachu just entered the D&D game.
I thought
it literally sounded like chew.
Anyone got a thunderstone?
You know what? Eat a bag of dicks, Zephyr.
Anyway.
Gladly, if anyone offered.
I need to find your address. I know how to send a bag of dicks. Anyway!
Anywho.
Ugh. I was really hoping we'd get something out of this. This is unfortunate. Alright. Well,
yeah, I'll keep an ear out, but
Can I roll insight to see if he's lying?
Please do.
I'm gonna burn the inspiration you gave me on last session to reroll that.
Okay, go for it.
It wasn't a nat 1, it was a 4. I would have kept a nat 1.
Go for it.
Just
Just one time.
For the bit.
Insight is dirty 20, actually.
Well, you 100% know that he's telling the truth because he rolled a nat 1, so that's $5 that's going to Able Gamers.
Oi!
That's why.
Let's keep it down somewhere.
Oh, yeah, that.
I'll do it.
Donation of the night.
I'll keep tapping the nat ones.
Thank you.
I'm also writing it down. But yeah, so you can tell immediately that, yeah, he seems almost depressed that he didn't find anything, as you offered him 1,000 gold and it looked like he thought he was gonna retire. So yeah, 100% he doesn't seem to find anything. Gold? Yeah, you offered him 1,000.
Yeah,
you offered him 1,000 gold if he found it.
A lot of platinum.
I don't know how I was ever meet
you
that
said
money.
100 platinum. That's 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
I do remember saying 100 platinum. I
Yeah,
just didn't
yeah.
put that math together.
Yeah.
I was 100% gonna steal that thing off.
Thank God we didn't find it, because otherwise we'd be in severe fucking debt with the mafia.
I mean, I did just one-hit kill our bard. I could probably one-hit kill this guy.
Oh my
Hopefully.
god.
Anyway.
I'm not spared to die you, that's for sure.
Anyway, by the way, that's a drink for y'all. No wait. Yeah, that's a drink
No,
for y'all.
Not for you, because
For
you.
you.
Rolled the nat
one.
You rolled the nat one. If
You
you rolled the
have
nat
to
one,
drink
I would drink.
No, if
that's
anyone
fine. I'm
rolls
gonna
a nat
drink with you.
one, you guys
Oh.
drink. If anyone
Wait,
drinks
how
rolls a
about-
20, rolls a 20, I drink.
How about for this stream we all drink on nets?
I'm down.
That way, yeah.
Salute.
Yeah.
It's for charity. Come on.
I'm running out of bubbly.
I'll match a couple of these, but I can't be getting too wasted.
Well, then hope we don't roll a lot of
Oh,
nat
I mean,
20s.
Well, yeah,
wasted
because it is
any day,
still
let's go.
Christmas. We all still have some family members we have to be able to verbally converse with.
I'm
Cries and
probably gonna
lonely,
end up
bitch.
playing Cool Cats and Ass Hats after this, so it's a card game. Don't ask.
That sounds like a swingers game. Anyway,
It's a drinking card game. It's fucking cool. So
salute. Cheers, y'all. Tink, tink.
this also has alcohol in it. So let's go.
Nothing better than thick ass eggnog.
Still never had it.
Never had it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Still never had it.
Apparently, a couple of your viewers want us to have a wasted stream. so-
That is like every other one is wasted. You
Yeah.
want to see a
Oh,
wasted
oh.
stream? Literally meet us for another one. We will be shit faced.
Yes.
Or just rewatch the last one.
Yep. I'm typically the only one that's not drunk in some regard.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So you do. He also does kind of look at you and goes, "Well, I'm gonna keep looking because I could use the payday, but until then, if there's anything else, do you need anything else from me? Perhaps maybe a clue or hint."
You want a clue or a hint to find the object I'm sending you to track down?
I mean, I'm doing my best. And you did follow me, so obviously you knew something.
I thought you had it.
Why the fuck wouldn't I just give it to you for the 100 plat?
I don't know, to try to see if you could weasel some more money out of me? Dude, you're
It's 100 plat! I can retire for 30 years!
You're a street rat. I just assumed you were gonna try to double your money. Okay.
You guys
First
kind of turn
of all-
around and you see when he says no shit, that there's like a few people that just kind of turn around and go, what the fuck?
You might want to keep your voice down, friend.
I mean, you've got to understand here. 100 platinum, that could set me up for life. I could go buy me own fucking mountain.
I don't think you understand. That's not the kind of money you think it is.
I don't think you understand that it is.
Karma, this is a serious question for you.
Yeah.
Is 100 plat enough in this world to buy a mountain?
I mean, depends on the size of the mountain, but 100 platinum, that's
1,000
legit.
gold.
Yeah, that's legitimately
1,000
like
gold.
that's a legitimately like 25 years worth of yearly salary for a really well-paying
Aren't
job.
Full plate mail is 1,000.
That's in this. I'm talking about in this currency.
Okay.
I always thought that D&D's kind of shit was always
yeah,
kind
it
of
was weird.
bonkers. I make it up
Weird.
myself. That's why you've been getting magical items for under 500.
That makes sense.
Josh finally connecting the pieces.
Well, hold on.
Holy shit, I
Like,
just
they're
offered this guy $1
insane
million.
magical items.
Huh?
A necklace that can find itself.
I mean, you didn't buy. You got that for free. So
I got that for free 90 free.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
there's a little insurance fraud there.
Quote, free.
He fucked up the
I
5-figure
gotta
discount.
use it
Still
to
got
learn
it for
how it
discount.
works before I rely on it for anything.
You literally just you activate it and it tells you in your head where it's at.
Like in relation to anything else, or just to
No,
itself?
just where it is.
I'm
You
on
don't
your
know
body.
what
Does
you
it
haven't
always-
you haven't tried it yet. You don't know exactly what it says, but you know that it tells you where it is.
As soon as I'm leaving this
Yes, I'm
conversation,
here.
I'm trying it. But first of all, listen, Street Rat. I would gladly give you the 100 platinum if you find that thing by the end of the day. Every day after, it's going to tick down by 10. Understood? This is an urgent thing, and after about a week, the deal's done.
All right, I'll get on it.
What's your name anyway? Your real name? Don't give me that shit.
Roll for persuasion.
Ooh.
Or could it be intimidation because he was like, "Don't give me that shit."
Persuasion?
Yeah.
How's a 7?
Oh god. Oh,
My name's
God.
Niall. I told you that the other night.
All right. 5 days. And I'm gonna start walking back.
All right. She's got it. You hear him go, God fucking damn it. All right. And he goes back to work as you guys are walking away.
Can I use this
100
necklace?
You offered him 100 platinum.
Like you care.
Get scolded by group dad.
Group chat doesn't care about money.
Kazim, even I know how much that's worth, and I traded ale for deer carcasses.
We're gonna circle back to that. We're
Anyway.
gonna have to circle back to that.
We're supposed to be circling back to a lot of things.
Let's put a pin in that conversation for the ale for deer.
Anyway.
Were you selling them ale for deer? Or were you selling them deer for ale?
I was a hunter for the clan. When a deal was made for the orc tribe outside of Rivers Run to be under the constituency of Rivers Run, I would give Tasha meat that I had gained, and extra meat that the clan didn't need in exchange for provisions like ale, which we could not access. Orcs don't use currency because we just keep it all within ourselves.
The bartering system makes sense then. Okay, I see where you're coming from. I still like money, but that's just me.
I've slowly begun noticing that, and it concerns me.
Anyway, what does this necklace of location do when I use one of its charges?
So, Silas, as you're kind of talking there, you see him kind of grabbing the necklace that you saw him totally legitimately get it from Netton earlier, not trying to pull any kind of scam with him. And as he's kind
That
of
was the scam.
as he's kind of rubbing the stone of the necklace, Kazim, you feel your mind kind of open up as you begin to hear the noises a little bit better, smell the breeze around you a little bit better. And you feel this kind of whooshing as if you're flying through the air. And all of a sudden, within your head, you just hear, "I'm on your neck."
I love this thing.
Oh my
And
fucking
that's all it
God.
does.
I love this thing. Does it talk? Does it talk to me? Is that it?
That's
Is
all.
that all it
That's
said?
the whole thing. It just says, "I'm on your neck."
I like to think it's in the gnome's voice.
I'm
Yo,
on
yo,
your neck.
drop it on the ground and see whether or not it's still gonna be fucking talking to you.
But then I can't use it.
Oh, you have to be
Who,
holding that?
who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe it does something
Oh
different
my
if you hold
God.
it in your hand and you don't have it on your neck.
It only has 3 charges. I'm not gonna waste the other 2.
It's 3 charges a day.
I'm
Oh.
6 inches away from your neck.
It's always in relation to the owner's neck. I get it. Okay.
Hopefully.
What if you lost your head down the drain?
Oh.
Silas,
Yes, Kazim.
I wasn't expecting this to be a dead end, and I'd like to apologize for dragging you into this. I did intend to rob this guy blind. We have fully stepped away from this asshole, by the way.
Yeah, he's already walked off to go back to work as you were
Yeah.
fucking with your necklace to see what the hell it did.
I intended to rob this guy blind, and I needed you for backup. I'm sorry that I didn't explain that to you sooner. At the same
But-
time,
You are a very different man than the one I met in Rivers Run.
I am still Kazim. My name is still Kazim. I am still an Aarakocra. And if you call me a bird, I will kill you.
If you call me the orc, I will kill you.
That's different. At least you're actually an orc.
I will transform back into my orc form and stare him down, standing nearly 7 feet tall. Call me the orc again, and I will cut off each one of your feathers and use them to stuff a pillow.
You want to roll intimidation?
Yeah, go ahead and roll for intimidation on that.
All of my teammates are gonna kill themselves.
You don't have to roll very high. I got a 7.
I was going to say, with intimidation, pretty sure it's a 13.
You 100% are sure that if you call him the orc, he will fucking murder you.
Understood, sir.
No. I want to hear a yes, daddy.
Oh my god. Yes, Papa.
Hashtag group dad.
Yes, party dad.
There you go.
I'm going to go to the magic shop and pick up my commission.
That's fucking clips.
Fuck this turkey bit.
Oh yeah, you got your commission. Let's go get this taken care of. Actually, you were trying to make it a spell focus, right?
I was having an arcane focus made, which we have already paid for.
Okay, do you mind if I ask you a couple of personal questions on the way there?
You try and steal it from me, I'm
not trying to steal it from you. I don't need your arcane focus. I have one of my own.
You don't need a lot of things, but you want them.
I would like a lot of money. I don't need it, and I'm not attempting to currently grab it. I don't currently need another arcane focus, and yours wouldn't work for me anyway. It'd be a miracle if it worked for you.
Weirder things have happened in the last 2 days.
Okay. Let me just that little wooden thing that you gave our little gnomish friend, right? Was that blessed in any way?
In a way, it is. My gods have gifted me with their power the same as Palor has gifted his power to you.
Did they gift it to the statue?
I siphoned a small amount of my magic into the statue on my way there. I'm still learning how this all works. Either way, that statue is becoming important to me. And if nothing else, having it fashioned into something that can aid me, I think will prove its value to the one who gave it to me.
While this is happening, we're going to go over to Mystrix and Nico. Where are you guys?
We're looking in the bushes.
Now I'm just imagining
We're roaming
Mystrix
around.
and Nico, and like on the outside of the fucking light, just kind of
In ghillie suit.
Can I do cat like
On our
pounces?
knees.
Just cat pounces through the bush. Come on.
yes, Nico. Mystrix just kind of pounces out of the bushes, furrow, fluffy, just on the outside, and Nico just kind of walks out, just kind of annoyed. Doesn't even try and be sneaky.
All right,
Why
so
would to see? Come on, it's not like we're investigating like a murder case or anything like that. You know, totally.
I know we're investigating it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what? Who? Us investigating a murder scene? Nah, that's preposterous. We're totally not doing that.
Mystrix is the character that has like the really big magnifying glass and doing way too many rolls that there doesn't need to be. Sneaky.
The fucking
Like
character from
Pink
LA
Panther.
Noir looking at every little can on the ground.
I'm Pink Panther, guys, but I'm black and gray. So kind
Yeah,
of,
we'd be looking.
I want to look at the glass and what you said there looked to be a piece of pottery, and I want to look at that shit.
All of you guys, both of you guys can roll for investigation for me.
Disadvantage for me.
Give me a nat roll. Give me a nat.
That's first measure one.
Oh, fuck. That's two.
I am useless.
It's okay. I got us.
I'll take that natty one. What'd you get?
I got a 25.
That's $10 to $20.
Yo, karma.
got a 25.
I roll with disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
First one, natural 1. Second one, natural 20. Fuck me. Fuck me.
You're still drinking for that one, asshole.
Yeah, I'm drinking for this.
What?
But
Let's drink, everybody.
salute. Merry Christmas.
Right, that's 2 nat ones.
Happy holidays, biatches.
10 from Dragon, 10 from Karma. $20 already to charity. Let's go.
And 10 for me, because I'm going to send Karma the
Yep.
lemon.
Oh Jesus! So we're doing 30 so far, and then we've got a sub that I saw before, so we're 32.5, and
then
plus
I'm
some
And
plus some
100
biddies.
bits. Yep. So 33.50.
Fuck.
Here you go.
Yes.
Here you go. I did
Another 100.
Oh.
So
Oh, that's 34.50.
more. Woo.
that's pretty good. So, Mystrix, you are kind of peeking. Oh shit! All right. Well,
Hey!
Hey.
I appreciate
Keep the
it.
hype train.
Oh,
Keep the hype train.
37.
As you are kind of checking out the outside of. God damn it! I need to write this down. Oh my god, so much going on.
I'm keeping
It's a
track of the
hype
money.
train. It's a hype train. It's okay.
I'm keeping track of the money. Don't you worry about that.
So as you are kind of looking around the outside of the light, you're also noticing that there's all these different kinds of pieces that are obviously coming from the paint. And then you find this it seems like a teapot of some kind. It doesn't really seem, it does match a set that you do remember seeing within Tarron's room, that it's kind of white with blue kind of flower filigree on the outside of that. And as you kind of peek it over, you don't really see any blood or anything on it, but you do see that there's obviously some kind of teapot out there. Nico, you are just staring at the fucking wall, kind of looking at a bush, just like, ooh, birdie, and you don't notice a fucking thing.
I imagine that Nico is looking up to see where this window is that's supposedly broken.
Yeah, which fucking window was that even?
Yeah.
Like, just looking up.
You're not even sure that there is a window.
Are you sure we're in the right spot? Yes, Nico, I'm sure we're in the right spot. There's glass right here.
What are you even talking about? What? I'm blind as a bat. I need the longest.
So, what are you guys kind of looking at? Thank you guys for the hype train, by the way.
Yay. So, I'm going to look at this pot, and other than just being the teapot, there's no, like, blood on it or anything
Doesn't seem to be
fancy.
any kind of blood or anything like that. You will
Give me any of the suspicious details.
I will say, based on such a high investigation, you do find it a little odd of the angle it is to the window. Since it's not kind of dead on as you would expect for someone that seemed to intentionally try and break it for some reason, it seems kind of off to the side.
Okay.
So
like it was deflected and hit the window.
either that it
Kind
was
of.
deflected, or maybe just kind of it missed whatever it was trying to hit and went out the window instead, almost, because you would expect that they'd be standing directly in front of it if they were trying to purposely break it out.
Okay. So it seems a little odd for placement wise,
Yeah.
but other than that,
There's no blood.
it's
There's
just a teapot and some glass.
Yep, just a very fancy teapot. Doesn't even seem to have any kind of tea on it.
So he tried to defend himself with a teapot. But why did he not try to defend himself with a knife? Or if he did, where is the knife? That is our number one goal. Hi, Lucy. You just scared the shit out of me. Sorry, there's now a dog.
You're fine.
I don't. There she is.
Aww.
She says happy holidays. She scared the shit out of me.
So that's a dead end.
Basically. Unless we want to go look around the building and see if there's a missing sconce.
Well, we're supposed to do that. I look up in the sky. The sky, please tell me what time it is. I don't imagine has passed a lot of time,
You know
so
what?
let's go inside.
Roll for nature.
So what we're establishing, it was Colonel Mustard in the bedroom with the teapot.
Correct.
I rolled on a disadvantage, I rolled a total of 5.
Oh, fuck.
It is
Dang.
daytime.
Nico,
You know,
why
Mystrix,
are you
I
staring
believe we
at
can
the
do
sky?
this.
You're pretty sure it's daytime. You're not positive it's daytime.
Nico, what do I told you about staring directly into the sun?
Yeah, Mystrix, you just gotta turn around and you just see Nico staring at the fucking sun. As you turn around and go, what are you doing? Nico just goes, see what time it is.
It's daytime.
Now you're blind.
Yes, sweetheart. I know it's daytime. So Nico, let's go inside and look for a sconce that's missing.
Oh, I have weird black spots in head, like in front of me.
I'm just gonna
Oh.
take his hand and slowly walk him into the building.
You do feel the fireworks burst from that hand once again as you guys touch skin. Nico, you would make eye contact.
Burr.
As you touch fur, that's right. Nico, you can't tell anything because you can't even see right now. As you just feel something in your hand as you're walking towards the front. As this is happening, I'm assuming that Silus and Kazim are still arguing as they are walking up to the magic shop.
I don't think
Well,
we're arguing.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it arguing necessarily. I
Bickering.
think
They're
Kazim is just odd that he's found someone that's actually faithful to their religion, and it's kind of scaring him.
Hey, fuck you, asshole. My religion's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Ugh, brutal. As you walk inside, you hear the ding, and you hear the familiar, oh, I'm coming! I'm coming! And you see him kind of run out, and he kind of has like this huge piece of metal in front of him with a hole in it. And he's just kind of carrying it out. He goes, oh, hi, Kazim, and I don't know, did you give me your name yesterday? Silus, that's
Locke.
right. With the focus, yes. Give me a second here. He kind of throws the metal off to the side and takes off his goggles and goes, so, couple things I need to go over here. Since you're already prepaid, might as well bring it up. As he kind of dives underneath the counter that was in front that you guys are now standing in front of. As he pulls out this box, and he's just, as you're standing in front of the counter, you just see this over the counter as this kind of box as he climbs up onto his stool. And he opens it, and you see that familiar dog statue that you had, but you're seeing like down the spine that these little tiny yellow pieces of topaz, and it seems like there's gold kind of inlaid along the trim and stuff like that. You can see that there's a lot of intricate, delicate pieces, and it's
absolutely,
and it's on a very nice thick leather piece of leather as it's supposed to be attached. And he goes, now, what I've done is I've been able to imbue it with enough magic to be able to contain it and be able to project it. I will say, the topaz, the reason I asked what kind of magic you'd be using is the topaz is a very good conduit of that. However, with all arcane foes, I'm assuming that Kazim probably could tell you this, that they need to be blessed directly by the god. I don't mean to be rude. I don't know what kind of orcish blessings there may be, but you're gonna have to perform some kind of ritual on this for it to necessarily work exactly with what you need it. If that makes sense.
I'm fully aware.
Oh, okay. But there you are. I hope it was a lot of fun to be able to work for. I appreciate your business. If there's anything else I can help you guys with, please don't let me know, because I need more work. I need it.
Don't
I
cry.
will. I will make sure that if anyone is in the market for anything arcane, that you are the first recommendation.
I appreciate that.
And if you ever need help with anything, I owe you a great favor for this.
You owe me absolutely nothing. It was an absolute blast.
All right, and I will.
paid him.
Yes, you did.
He has done me a great favor. If I can do him a favor in return, I will do so.
That's what the money was for, and the fact you're sending businesses away. That's the favor.
I'm just gonna ignore Kazim and look at the gnome and just reaffirm what I've said.
As he kind of gives you a very bright, warm smile. He seems very genuinely happy to have a customer like you.
And I will strap it on.
So, you do notice that there's a nice clasp on the side to be able to kind of tighten it almost like a belt, as it kind of sits there very comfortably on your arm, as the dog seems to be kind of focused down your arm towards your fingertips. And yeah, as soon as you put it on and you kind of wear it for a little bit and move it, it doesn't seem to hinder you at all. It's very comfortable, which is surprising. Very clearly, a lot of extra work has gone into this piece.
You've done much more than I could have asked.
I mean, I love to have something to do, and it was a lot of fun to be able to work on it.
I look forward to our future business.
Me too. I've got some cool stuff.
That you do.
All right.
And I'm gonna make my way out, keeping a very close eye on Kazim.
I didn't ask, okay?
Yet. Kazim,
Yes.
do you leave the store?
Well,
I'll be honest.
You just exposed to me that you were gonna steal from the other guy, so now I'm like, if he wants to steal from him.
I'll be honest with you, specifically, Zephyr, I was about to ask. I'm not anymore.
Why not? You can go for it. Why not?
Come on, let's go.
It's an excuse for
Kazim-
another roll.
Kazim would still try.
I see anything expensive around me?
Roll for perception.
He's that
18?
bird's eye.
You see the bag of diamonds that you gave him yesterday sitting on the counter. You also notice that there is this kind of beautiful kind of flask sitting off to one side just in front of the counter. Just immediate in your immediate vicinity.
I like diamonds,
It's-
but what's in that flask?
Oh my god.
Is he still there?
Yeah, but he's kind of more focused on Silus, so you could more than welcome to roll for sleight of hand.
Can I try to distract him into the back of the shop?
I suppose so. How would you do such a thing?
With a little cantrip I like to call thaumaturgy.
What do you do?
Oh my god.
Fuck's
Uh,
sake.
I would like to make a loud crashing sound come from the back of his shop.
Okay.
So he would have to face away from the flask to go investigate it.
So you, all of a sudden, Silas, you hear this kind of loud, like metallic crashing, kind of coming down from the back of the shop, and you see his eyes kind of get wide. Netton's eyes get very wide as he goes, "Oh God! Thank you!" And he kind of runs back there, and you can tell he obviously knows what the fuck that sound was. So obviously he was expecting that to happen.
I love this guy.
Roll for sleight of hand.
Question is, does Silas care about the noise?
I would be a little bit concerned, yeah, because like with this guy's magically tinkering with stuff. For all I know, that's a fucking time machine.
It might be.
So I'll be honest here. I was going for the flask. I don't know if you'll be able to see this on the camera, but that's a 1.
Oh.
Oh, all right, this is the last of my bubbly.
Oh shit! All right.
Cheers.
Let's go.
Got a whole bottle. Let's go.
I'm glad that I'm doing the eggnog instead of the tequila because this is only 15% and not 40, so I should be able to still talk to my family.
Mine's 32.
Yo, next time we go for
Oh.
tequila, both of us. Let's
Yeah,
go.
down.
I'm gonna
my-
fucking do tequila.
Everybody
shot.
loves tequila.
I still need to
Yeah.
have eggnog. I've never had it. I've never had the
It's-
opportunity to have it.
I don't like
It's
it.
the weirdest thing I've ever had, and I love it.
What?
It is
It's
impossible.
texture.
It's
I need to try it,
impossible
too.
to describe.
It's a
It's an
texture thing
eggy
for me.
dairy mixture. It feels like you're drinking
What?
pancake powder, but in
It's
a best
egg,
way.
dairy, and sweetened condensed milk, and tastes like none of those things.
It's a texture
It tastes
thing
like
for
you're
me. I
drinking
can't-
pancake batter in the best way. That's the
Yeah,
easiest I can.
pancake
What?
batter. What you imagine pancake batter would taste like if it was super sweet. That's what eggnog
If pancake
is like.
batter didn't have flour in it,
Yeah.
but still
I
had
mean, look. Seb and I are actually like pros at pancake batters. Like I'm intrigued now.
I bake professionally.
Dragon,
Let's go.
when I come
Pancake
over,
off.
we have to see if we can find eggnog.
Oh, I'll send you guys a recipe
Yeah.
for making your own.
Fuck it.
You
let's do
make
it.
it?
I know how to
Let's
make
do
it.
it. Let's do.
Is that
We'll
what you
do.
make?
We'll do that the Saturday before Tales of Ethyl. And we'll both have it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You don't
I'll
really
even-
need it for me.
Yeah, I'll stream it with you guys to show you guys how to make it.
Fuck
Anyway,
it. Let's do
Hell
it.
yeah.
Cooking with karma.
yeah, right.
Yo,
Anyway.
yo.
Anyway, net one.
We're drunk.
So, Silas, as soon as you hear that crash in the back, you just hear this kind of clink, clink, clink right next to you. And you see Kazim with his arm out. You look down, you see the flask, and Kazim's kind of standing still, looking at you, and just kind of slowly puts his arm down. You can tell
just
very
gonna-
obviously he's trying to steal something.
I'm just gonna crack my knuckles, just just casually.
Could I ask you to roll intimidation, please?
Yeah, roll for intimidation. Let's see.
Do it.
That is not a natural one. No, that one my plus. That's a +1. That's a 13 again.
That's the exact same fucking number I rolled.
Bates it. So you were not intimidated.
Oh, I thought I was setting the DC here.
That's
That's what I was envisioning.
okay. If that's how we want to do it. Yeah, sure. Be scared.
I dropped the flask immediately. He cracks his knuckles.
You didn't drop it.
After
You
that
never
orc
had it. It
comment
was
earlier.
you didn't drop it. You never had it. It
Oh.
dropped on the ground, and you were just kind of like, no.
Arms to my side, standing straight at attention.
Tried not to make eye contact with you at all, Silus.
We're gonna make a soldier out of you one day. Boy.
Group dad for the win.
So what happens is Kazim kind of goes for it and it drops onto the ground, and Silus quickly just kind of looks over at Kazim as he sees him put his hand down, because he all of a sudden you just hear this crack on all of his fingertips, and Kazim just like, yep.
Whistle.
Lovely weather.
Whistle. Whistling
Okay.
noises.
I'm gonna make sure Kazim is the first to leave the store.
I don't know if you knew this. Birds can't whistle, so I'm gonna walk out the door.
It's just Kazim going,
No. Kazim just says the word whistle a couple of times.
whistling nonchalant. Okay. As you guys are having this little interaction, Mystrix and Nico, where are you guys going inside?
We're
As
going back.
now Nico is regaining his eyesight again as he walks into the light.
First, I'm gonna stop and see Giselle. Our lovely lady.
You see her kind of just
I'm
standing
gonna head
there.
up straight from.
You're heading up where?
Towards the room that the room where it happened.
Okay. So as Giselle's kind of standing there, we're gonna start with Mystrix. She's just kind of standing there and she's giving directions to people, and you see her kind of give you a quick smile as she kind of helping someone else, and she looks over and goes, "Can I help you, Trix?"
You are the lovely lady that knows everything about this building.
Of
Right?
course I do.
Have any of your scribes said anything about a missing sconce or a broken sconce anywhere in the building?
I'm gonna say with how busy it's been lately that I don't know if we've really had time to notice something as trivial as that. That wouldn't really be on our radar, I would say.
Okay. Where are most of your sconces located? Are they in the bedrooms? Are they in... I'm looking for like the pink looking ones with like the white bottoms.
You said with the white bottoms?
Yes.
So those are more than likely going to be in either the Arbiter hallway,
Mm-hmm.
Raucus's room, and in the library, I'm gonna say.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Can I help you with anything? How is Kazim doing, by the way?
I don't talk about that creature. Thank you. And then she's just gonna turn around and walk up the stairs to Nico.
Okay. So, Nico, as you're going up the stairs towards the room, you're seeing a lot of people still kind of out and about, kind of looking into, trying to figure out what's going on around you guys. What are you doing? You going straight to the room?
Yeah, like he's going straight into the room and he's watching the walls and like one of the lanterns, like the face would have been like he's watching, he's counting, and he doesn't look at anything else other than that.
Okay, roll for perception.
Oh God.
Let's see how closely you are looking.
Okay, 19, and that's an 8. Let's see, 8 plus 4. And is it perception?
Yeah, perception.
Yeah.
9 total.
So you begin walking into the building with the intention to look down this hallway, and you're gonna check every single sconce, and then you kind of get like halfway through it before you realize, oh shit, I didn't even realize I was in this hallway. As you kind of look around for a second, and then you just see Tarron's room as Mystrix kind of comes up from behind you. Mystrix, you're
Hey,
also
yeah.
able to make a perception check if you'd like to try it as well.
Yeah. That is 18.
So as you're kind of walking, you see the sconces. You're seeing a lot of them are pretty close to what was described, but you're not seeing any that are missing at all.
So, my dearest one who is apparently riddled with attention disorders, do I need to walk with, like, hand in hand with you? Are you okay?
I am more than fine. I'm just very focused on this one task that we're trying to do right now.
Well, how about you check the room for anything we miss, and I'll go check the lamps in the library and the hallway, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You know what? My answer is shit. I'm gonna do that. Whatever. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
It's totally not like she just like sending off a child to like, you know, you go do that for me,
I imagine
and
she,
I'll
like-
go do the important shit.
She, like,
Mystrix,
touches his hand ever so gently and goes, You go in the room. I'm gonna go check the hallway and the library if you need me.
Mystrix really just gave Nico the turned off controller.
Oh my god. You know what? All of you are gonna fucking regret it one day when Nico's gonna save the day, bitches.
If Nico survives.
All right. I'm gonna go check the hallway then.
Oh yeah, about that. I'm gonna die in that room alone,
I am the
I don't
one
know,
that's
for a
dying.
lover, not a
Trapped.
fighter, you get a lot of kills.
Yeah.
bitch.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Mystrix, please roll for perception. Or actually, we're gonna go
Hallway
with
first?
investigation because you're looking a lot closer.
All right. Hallway first.
Yes, hallway first.
Investigation's better for me. It's a +7 instead of a +4, so I'm down with that.
Yeah, because you're gonna be you're actually looking
18.
into it rather than just kind of going. What was it?
25.
So as you kind of you push kind of Nico into the room and close the doors, you kind of turn around and you very immediately start kind of looking at the sconces that are kind of close to Tarron's room. And you notice the one directly in front of the door is missing the glass. So it looks like, based on your investigation, it looks like someone opened the door quickly, ran out, grabbed it, and then brought it in.
Okay. Is there anything, like any smudge, like anything weird about the candle, anything?
I'm going to say roll for wisdom for me.
Straight wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
All right. A natural 20.
The only thing that stands out to you is that you've noticed that the one that was picked from is literally in the middle of between both sides of the door on the other side. So it is weird how perpendicular it is to it directly in the middle. That's the only thing that sticks out to you.
But it's upstairs, it's not downstairs.
No, it is
So-
directly in front of the door, perfectly in the middle.
And what all is down this hallway?
So, as you kind of look off to one side, it bends off and goes towards the main lobby. And on the other side, you know that there is Marcus, and then there's another not Marcus, fucking Brockus's room. And then you also notice at the very end is this large gold doors that you guys haven't gone into yet. But yeah, it seems much more grand and large than any of the other doors around. Those are the only two that you know.
Looking at all of the other sconces, one of them like doesn't look off kilter, like it was grabbed from somewhere else and put there to be like, oh no, let me just.
Nope.
Okay. Why am I slightly starting to believe it was Brockus?
Look, I had the feeling since the fucking mention of all of this. Like, I am fucking convinced it's him, but you know, I'm gathering evidence.
We did tell Brockus we were working with Tarron.
Yeah, and he wasn't very happy about that.
And he's tall, you know, trying to like throw us
Anyway.
off on like wild goose
No
chase,
meta.
like anything.
No meta. Turn around, and I'm gonna go back.
I mean, that's what Nico is
There's
thinking.
nothing in your mouth. Nico doesn't know shit. Nico is in the room.
Oh, I'm not about that. No.
Speaking of which, while
completely
Mystrix
different.
is discovering this and kind of piecing things together for herself of what she thinks might have happened, Nico, what are you doing in the room as you kind of walk in and you know it's still kind of the same that it is?
Don't tell me that it's still hanging there.
No, they've brought him down and they've put him on the bed and covered him with a blanket.
Do we need to put the trigger warning in this one again?
No, he's no longer there.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like, for a moment, like as I enter, I'm just gonna stand directly right over him and just like looking down, like look at him face. I'm gonna just look at him in general, and just I'm just gonna stand there and just.
So he's zoning out on a
Man.
body. All right.
That's terrifying.
Uh,
So are
I
you
don't
just
know if I wanna walk in or
paranormal
not.
activity kind of standing at the end of the bed, just kind of staring at him, or are you looking for something?
Die for something so fucking stupid. This is. You know what? I would like to investigate the body on my
God.
own.
Nico,
Roll for
Yes.
investigation.
Don't touch the
All of those bitches. Okay. Yo, this is not bad. Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
That is a 19 total.
With
Okay.
disadvantage, all right.
Yeah?
So with the kind of laying down, you're kind of looking over the body, and you do lift up his eyelids, and there's no purple that you could see, because I would assume that you, of all people, would look there first when he's laying down. You're noticing the stab wound right at the bottom of the collarbone that Mystrix pointed out the day before. You're noticing that based on how you saw him, there's no bruising along his neck whatsoever. You are seeing the defensive wounds that are all over on his arms and on his legs. And you weren't told about the dagger, were you?
No.
So you kind of lift up the different kind of furs or his linens to see if maybe there's something underneath it. You are seeing, after kind of pushing some feathers away underneath his ribs, as it's much easier to get to because you're not having to like stand on your tiptoes. He's laying down. As you kind of lift up and move some of his furs, you're seeing some bruising like on his like abdomen, just really deep. If you didn't move the feathers, you wouldn't have seen it.
I don't appreciate that remark because my character is short.
That's exactly why I said that. You would need to be like, you can't see. It would have been feasible.
I'd have used the stool, thank you.
Anyway.
I'm smart.
Anyway, as you're not really, you're seeing again the kind of bruising on his ribs on both sides, but nothing quite catches your eye. Whatever might have been important on him has probably been taken away by now.
What do you make of it this way? I mean, that man just literally, like, we just talked with him, and to be perfectly honest, it just doesn't add up. Like, the way that he was yesterday, like, I would have expected him to kill himself, not to be killed.
You hear in the back of your you hear the back of your head, that familiar voice goes, "Well, you think he would have killed himself? Wouldn't that be just the perfect time to kill somebody?"
I suppose it could be. It's totally not like, we're trying to protect some very important, pieces of furs, then apparently, we're trying to find them and take care of that, and like somebody dying like right in the middle of such a important work sounds rather, well, mighty convenient, doesn't it?
I've had some interesting thoughts about this. Do you think it's a murder of motive? Or do you think it's a murder of opportunity? For all we know, perhaps there was another reason someone might want to kill him, or just because he was there.
Honestly, I don't think it was. I think it was more like opportunity kill. I don't believe he was killed because of a reason. I mean, if the reason was that because he had a male lover, like, I mean, that's ridiculous, first of all. Second of all, there's literally no other reason to kill him. So honestly, I think it was more of a
little word to the wise, my friend. I've known the light in this whole facade for centuries. And one thing I do know is even if they don't agree with you, they're more likely to make you leave rather than kill you. This makes no sense for the light to do it. Perhaps there was somebody that had some other ulterior motives. I'd watch Brockus closely.
You felt that too. Interesting.
As it just kind of fades away as he's laughing.
I'm gonna investigate the room.
Okay.
In a way, if something was stolen from there. If I would be an important object, that this is what's going on in Nico's head. If I was an important object hidden, for example, in my father's office, like someone would be privy to, like, you know, from time to time look for because it's fun, where would I hide it? Kind of situation. I may be like even looking at the floorboards if any of them might be loose.
Okay. Roll for investigation.
You know what? Like when it comes to like the floorboards and such, I'm gonna say why don't you just give me a hand with this one, V? And I'm gonna cast Mage Hand, you know?
Okay. What are we doing?
And be checking out nooks and crannies of like floorboards, like anything loose, while I like just like take an inquisitive look at from like a quote unquote child's perspective where interesting items could be hidden.
Okay. So I'll let you roll for investigation with advantage. So you'll be a straight roll. Yep.
Investigation. Pretty okay. That would be a 17 total.
So as you just hear the you see kind of over your right shoulder, this weird skeletal hand seems to kind of come from your peripheral as it floats forward and begins to kind of check all the kind of crevices around different floorboards and stuff. And you see that there's the bookcase in the far end that's still kind of open because Mystrix might not. It's still open from when Mystrix was there.
I didn't know that. I was already out of the room.
You do see that there's a bookcase that's kind of swung open a little bit, and you see the hand kind of go over there and move it just kind of a little bit and kind of sweep back, and you see it kind of go underneath the bed, and you just hear this kind of sound of something opening and dropped. And all of a sudden it just kind of comes back to you and kind of crawls back up your arm and goes around your back and disappears.
I am imagining the hand from fucking Wednesday. If it was, like from fucking Adam's family.
Much more
if it
rotted.
Was not scared, like
much more rotted than that, but yes.
I am going to they're like a teeny tiny happy dance, like, you know, spin around like a child, and then I'm going to go beneath the bed.
Okay,
let's go.
Make a strength test.
Strength check. Holy shit!
We're gonna see if you can move the bed out of your way.
Oh, it's like that. Okay, you know what? Strength, right? Yeah. I totally don't have like minus modifier to strength.
I mean, in all fairness, I should be getting in the room at any minute. So.
Yeah. Well, that is a 15 total.
Okay, so Mystrix, as you were walking in the room, you're seeing Nico all of a sudden just lifting up this end of this bed fairly easy and moving it to the side all of a sudden.
What do you think you're doing? What is going through your brain, Mr. I'm injured?
I am investigating the murder scene like we were, supposed to, since apparently now we're playing detectives.
I didn't say move the furniture.
Oh, well, I can't access what's beneath it without moving it, can I now?
Right? You're gonna kill yourself.
What is it gonna happen? I'm gonna, have it just gonna fucking jump out of my spine. That's about it. Come on, I found something.
All right,
I think I found something.
What do we got?
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
I'm gonna, half scurry under the half-moved bed.
So as you kind of walk over there, it's a very familiar kind of trapdoor-looking thing that you saw in Escanor's room. As
one of these.
As she kind of, Nico begins to kind of lift it up, and underneath it you do see two books, looking at the spines, and Mystrix, based on what you saw before, as you're looking at the two spines, based if they were anything like the other ones you looked, there was a kind of number on the bottom, and one seems to be missing.
Do I have the missing number 1 in my bag from...
No, so it looks like it's the same code that was from the other room, but for some reason in this one of the books that, if there was a third one, just like in the other one of those books is missing. A copy of that or a version of that. Perhaps it was another way of them being able to keep track.
So I'll let Nico see. I'll, like, open my bag and be like, look, they match.
Where'd you get those from?
Oh, this is from the other guy's room.
What? The other guy's room? What did you...
Yeah.
What?
It's a long story. Silas didn't kill me, though, so that's a good thing.
Silus was there, too?
Yeah.
Okay. And you did that when?
Just when we left here last time?
I know, like... I mean, excuse me, it's not like, you know, I went with our teammate who,
went
you know,
with Wadeford. Yes, I know.
Exactly, and like, you know, maybe trying to like keep things coherent and like, you know, within the group would be a good idea, so we're like all on the same page.
I mean, I'm okay with being on the same page with you. I don't take deceit very highly, though.
But I lie to you. I'm trying to keep this group together. This is
a betrayal
not...
thing than a lie thing, but whatever. She's gonna start flipping through the books to see if they have the same kind of...
Oh yeah, let's fucking see what it was in them.
Well, while this is happening, Silus and Kazim, what are you guys up to?
Unless Kazim has anything he needs to do, I think we're about ready to go to the mines.
Okay.
I want to ask a couple of clarifying questions before we say we're ready to go. Mostly to Silus here.
Okay. Floor is yours. By the way, I assume that you guys are outside, kind of by a fountain that's kind of away from all the different shops, as you just left the magic shop. You might not want him to hear. So, and you watch Kazim walk out with absolutely nothing in his hand, head down.
Zero things.
Yes, as
If
you
a
guys...
bird could pout.
Well, first of all, I don't feel like we've had a conversation about this, but congratulations for serving a god, I guess?
It seems the 6 are each taking their turn with giving me tools to aid my quest.
Hey, you do you, man. I'm never gonna shame somebody for having multiple gods. That's not me. What I want to clarify is they're taking turns with your quests?
The orc gods are different to Paylor. We worship all 6. Some take to gods more than others, but I myself have always been open to all 6 of the orc deities, and in my eyes, they are each as important as the other.
Alright, so the tattoo of the maggot on your arm, which god is that? Or is that also all 6?
No. So, this tattoo here on my wrist, that is the gift from Urtrus. He's the Lord of Maggots. He is our god of death, you could say. The tattoo on my back, that is the tattoo that was given to me by Grumish. It allows me to enhance my abilities with the emotions you've seen, my eyes flaring, and it also allows me to hide my orcish features from those who would consider me a threat. And then my glaive is blessed by Bugtrue. He is our fist, Grumish's protector. The others, I have spoken to some, but have offered more knowledge than physical boons.
I guess what I'm getting at is, you're entering a realm of magic wielding. Do you have any idea how to? Or do you need some pointers? Because I'd be glad to help.
If I need your help, I will ask for it. But
All right.
I feel it best to know where I am so that I know how to improve. Should we get into a fight, I will see what the gods have allowed me to do. I already know that I can use a very similar necrotic magic that we have seen, and, you know, I'm able to keep others from death very similarly to you. What I did for Mystrix was almost instinctual.
Almost a reactive kind of impulse.
I knew what needed to be done.
Okay.
When you cast that spell on her that sent her down, something in me just knew I could save her life. And then I believed it was the right thing to do.
That's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. I think I was wrong. I think I was in the wrong there. I'd appreciate your input on the situation, but from my point of view, I was in a place of frustration and self-defense, and I realized I went overboard.
In my
And-
life, I've learned. You've seen the way I hunt. You've seen the way I cook. You've seen the way I talk to people. I am personally of the belief that you must take every encounter, every moment as what it is. Regret can help us learn, but it is nothing to dwell upon. You cannot change what you have done. What I think is needed is for you to talk to our Mystrix. If arguments and disagreements occur, I personally believe that a battle is the best way to get those emotions out. Let out your frustration, whatever the outcome may be, and move on. But afterwards, once the weapons have been sheathed, once the deed is done, you cannot harbor feelings about it. You must move forward. And I feel that if you and Mystrix are to move forward, an understanding has to be met. She values things a certain way. She grows attachment to things very easily and places very high value on them. Perhaps see the world through her eyes, and you will understand how she thinks. And I think she could do the same for you in how, to you, a word that she sees as descriptive, you see as insulting.
I feel like I've made myself very clear on that front to her in the past.
Perhaps you should do the same for her. To you, it was a rock. To her, it was hope. A purpose that she had. To protect it, keep it safe. Your actions, be them accident or otherwise, intruded on that purpose. Shattered her hope along with the stone. I think if nothing else, an apology will at very least settle the waters. Perhaps you bunk with her tonight and...
Yeah, fuck that. I'll apologize, sure.
Kazim, nothing ventured means nothing gained. Nothing risked, nothing earned. Perhaps it's about time you made yourself vulnerable. Oh, come on.
Let's go find this fucking mine, huh?
You're a good man, Kazim, when you want to be. And I'll start moving.
I would have really liked that fucking flask.
While our group continues to be split off as Kazim and Silus begin to make their way towards the mine to perhaps look into the temple that is below the actual city itself, maybe to find some answers. And as Mystrix and Nico are looking into the books that they find underneath the bed, perhaps to look into the future or the past of what happened to Tarron, I think that's where we're going to end it this week. I know it's a little bit short. It is Christmas, though, and we've all got some things to do. I want to thank you guys for coming to play with me. I want to thank you guys for coming to watch with me. As a grand total, we have made $56.05 that's going to be going towards it. That's including Miss Dyer and Miss Dragon to be able to donate towards Able Gamers. Thank you guys so much for coming to watch us. And as Dyer has been saying this whole time, go check out our TikTok and the Spotifys and the YouTubes and all of that shit.
Yeah,
But-
guys, listen to our intro song on Spotify. So
Like
See if, you
1,000
can,
times.
see if you can beat Dragon's record. Let's see
It's
if
a
we
lot.
can...
It's a bit much.
'Cause
I
apparently...
challenge someone to beat Dragon's record of 8 hours straight
It's
to
a
that
lot.
one song.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I can do that tonight. Let's go.
It's a lot.
Let's go.
Anyway,
Yeah,
guys,
you know,
Merry Christmas to you guys. Merry Christmas to the viewers, and
Happy holidays.
happy holidays, everyone. I love you guys. Would anyone like
We
to do it
love
this
you.
week for Christmas?
I
Me
vote
and Jo-
Zephyr.
I've already done it.
I think it's only fair if one of the girls do it.
Yeah,
'cause
it's time
at
for one
least
of the girls to
Silas
do
and I
it.
Come
did
on.
last-
Yeah,
Nico-
we've
But
done it.
Dyer.
Dragon, let's do it together.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Mhm.
Set. Go.
Bye. Let's go.
What is a ray of light without the shadow it creates? What is the darkness without desire for flame? What is a warrior without a worthy foe? What would you like to do? It's time to roll. When the lines between good and evil are blurred, no one knows if there is Dune or Paler came first. An ancient struggle throughout all time to push against the other keeps both upright. Is the coming chaos worth the peace? Is it all just a puzzle to complete? A one-sided coin can't exist, isn't real, and thus goes the tales of Ethyl. Thus goes the tales of Ethyl.